Hello there, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes account update. This is Brad and I am Brad's Gaming, so thank you for joining me once again. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into my roster at the moment and we're going to have a look at where we are. So obviously if you've been watching this series, I started 5-6 weeks ago, this is episode 6 I believe, and I am working on Balin's Skull obviously. So good news, I've managed to 6-star him on his release day, which means that by the time the event ends, which is over here, I'm earning 15 a day, and we've got how many days left? 4 days left, so that is 60 shards, and you can see we have him at 41, so I'm going to be left with a whole shard to turn into a shard currency, which is fantastic. So on that day, I have everything to take him to Relic 7, apart from literally like 10 pieces of the Gear 13 stuff, which I'm slowly farming. You can see over here, where do we go? Down to the shard shop maybe? Okay, so these I need 40, these I need 80, these I need 80. And that is literally it. So what's that? 8, 6 and 4, so 18 pieces I need. Apart from that, I have everything. I've got all the relic mats, I've got the credits to do it, obviously that's the easy part. So he will be R7 on day 1. I just need to work on his mods, so the speed on these isn't great. I'm hoping that splicing is going to help, but there's just loads of tenacity on here. Sorry, potency. So if we jump into his mods there, health isn't fantastic, that's going to come up a bit with his relics. Protection's not great. He's got really good crit damage. His potency is really good. I'm hoping I can get that more up to sort of 80%, if not 100, it just depends how I roll. And yeah, like the set I've got on here at the moment is okay, and I'm hoping it'll get me through the event, but realistically I probably want to do better unless I get some really good speed rolls when I take these through to 6-star. In terms of mods for everyone else, yeah, Morgan could definitely do better. Shin, I've got to get all those up to 6-star as well, but that's like the last priority for me. If I have to, I'll just swap some mods around for the event and then swap them back after, but I just want to make sure I've got all these guys up to R7. So I haven't done a lot with my Hut Cartel lot at the moment, and I will start doing those after, but at the moment I'm just really scared to put gear pieces on people just in case I accidentally take something away from Marrok. Now I know I can go in here and I can look and I can go, okay, yeah, he doesn't actually need any of those, and I can equip that. But if I just make a slip up and that sets me back a day of farming, then it could be really detrimental, because this Balin event could be happening in as little as, well, it could be next week for all we know. It's probably not going to be. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks, end of October, beginning of November. But if that happens, I don't want to miss the boat, because I've missed out on like 10 pieces of gear which I can't get, or I will get, I'll have to buy them, but I don't want to do that. So that's where we're at with that. General Grievous is looking very close, but a lot of these gear pieces, like, well, these guys, I need 80 of those for Marrok there. I need 40 of these for Marrok. I need 30 of those for Marrok, so he's not going to be looking as ready after Marrok is up to where he needs to be. But once that's done, we're all good. And we've got Boba Fett here. I just need a couple more 6-dot mods on him just to bring him up. I think I'm currently like 7th in my guild, maybe less. I haven't checked for a couple of days, but if we're working off speed, so I'm doing well in that little competition. And overall, he's just done really well. Like, I don't know if I ever showed you the mods before this. I probably didn't, but I completely stripped them all off, redid it, and I was focusing really on speed. But in that, I also got I got a bit more crit chance in there. I brought his protection up by like a lot. So yeah, I'm really happy with how he's coming along, and I'm going to be needing him for a couple of events anyway. So I need him for Executor, and I need him for Jabba. So getting him up there, I think he needs to be R8 for Executor, R7 for Jabba. So I'll get him up to the R8 when I need to, and we'll go from there. So Skiff Lando, like, his shards are proving a lot harder to get than I anticipated. So yeah, we're not going to do that. I'm tempted to get this. How many shards does that get? 145, and what's he on at the moment? That would actually... no, it wouldn't do it. God, he'd still be needing some shard pieces. I might look at doing that next month, just to let that chip away in the background. I don't mind spending a bit of money if it's towards something I'm going for, and I've got the extra sort of sitting there. Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, like, at the moment I was just like farming all the stuff for Marrok's relic levels, so they just haven't really been worked on. But again, I will be getting those up both to at least Gear 12 7-star, because they're going to be really useful, and the stuff you get from their Jewel of Fates mission is really good, so I will be going for that. And I recommend, if anyone has these guys sitting around and you've not really got much to work on, really go for them, because the rewards you're going to be getting off that, which I think is a monthly sort of territory battle, well, not territory battle, assault battle, it's well worth it. You get like millions of credits, basically another credit heist, but with extra bits chucked in. So that is that. I've been really thinking about what I want to do now this Balin farm is coming to a close. Once Balin's here, I'll get him up to R7 as soon as I can. Like, I'll push for that, but that's one character that I'll be working on rather than 4 or 5 that I have been working on. So after that, I've got my Hutt Cartel still sitting there. I've got Grievous that I need to get up for my platoons. But they can all be slower farms, so my next main focus is what I've been thinking of. Now I've got a couple of options. I can go for Jabba, which ties in nicely really with, now I've got him unlocked, I want to pay Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker a bit of attention, because he needs to be up there like at least an R5 in my opinion, so I may as well just get him to R7. The only thing putting me off the Jabba farm is I've got so much to do for Skiff, I've got loads to do for Casantin, and same with Fennec, and Aura actually. So it's another like big farm, although it does tie in nicely with the Hutt Cartel that I'm working on at the moment. So that's my first option. The second option I have is GL Luke. So again, I need to work on Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker up to R7, which I'll be bringing him up to anyway. R2-D2 up to R7. And then the only real issue I've got is Mon Mothma, because everyone else is at relics. Now their mods probably need some work. Why can't I actually move? Oh, you have to click. It's really weird when you switch to mods, you have to click on the mods to drag it up. Like, mods are not bad, so that's an option. Like, Jedi Knight Luke is very close. Like, I wouldn't even really have to do much with these, because I don't think they're actually used in the event, they're just requirements. So that's another option. The third option is Executor. Now all of these need to be 6 dot because they're pilots. So again, a bit of mod work there. Dengar is getting there. I think all of these guys apart from TIE Fighter are Gear 11. Yeah, so RG-88's Gear 11. Piet's Gear 11. But then you've got a couple of R8s in there, which is putting me off a little bit. But I know I need to do it, so yeah, I mean, these two down the bottom, they're not requirements, but I want them at R3, because otherwise the actual fleet isn't going to work, because my Razor Crest and my Xander's Blood are just going to be really weak. I mean, Cad Bane's already there, but his mods is why I've stuck him on this list. So yeah, that's the third option. The fourth option is a bit of a weird one. well, it's not a weird one, it absolutely makes sense. But it's the Inquisitors. Now we have Marrok is going to be R7, we know that. I haven't got many shards left. I've just got a lot of Kairos to put into them. And I can get Grand Inquisitor, because I do have, if you look in my ships, Scythe sitting there. Ready to unlock. I just need Grand Inquisitor and 5th Brother. And then I've got another ship there. The only problem is that, for me, would go in a Chimera fleet. And I've got a bit of work to do there. I need Iden. I need Palpatine's ship. Not too bothered about TIE Reaper, but I mean, I'd probably get that in there anyway. TIE Interceptor, I cannot crack that in Proving Grounds. Hopefully with the new squads that I've got up, it should be easier. I'd be really happy if I could just 1-star it this time with Proving Grounds and Proving Grounds Plus and get those 40 shards, and then I'm on my way to do it. But we'll see what happens. So that's the 4th option there, is these guys. And then the 5th option, if I go into Unaligned Force Users, we've got Seer, Junday at 6 stars, Cal Kestis at 7 stars. Who else do you need for Jedi Knight Cal? I can't remember, they're not all Unaligned Force Losers. There we go, we've got Mirren there, who is on 99 shards, and I'm thinking about getting her up anyway, because I've seen in the Great Mothers squad a lot of people using her. Saw doesn't have that much, but you only need these guys at gear 12, so it's like a much smoother farm. I don't need to go into it quite as much and worry about all those relic materials and stuff, which means I could be farming Padawan, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn, Master Qui-Gon, at the same time, because I wouldn't really be needing those Cantina. If it actually is Tarful Cantina. No, his dark side. What about Saw? Light side. Merrin, I know his ship. Yeah, so if I went for this farm here and got myself Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, again, that would help with the guild. And it's a solid, like, little squad anyway, just having these unaligned Force users. So I could do that and then focus more on my Poncho brothers, because, like I said, the rewards for that is great. And I wouldn't be using Cantina for anything else, but because I wouldn't need to start a farm that early for relic materials. So that's another option. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I will take that into consideration. But it's one of those, and it's a toss-up, so I've got no idea at the moment. But once Balin's done, I will be picking my new farm. So stick around and you'll find out what it is. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.